Can you not lick your butt when I'm recording? Can you not? Thanks. What's up, guys? Thought I'd come on here today and do a story time about my first tattoo. I wanted to do this because if anybody knows me really well, pretty much everyone would guess that I would never get a tattoo, just because I don't do pain at all. I just can't handle it. I'm just not good with pain. So I thought I'd come on here and talk more about my experience with it. Back in May, I got my first tattoo, and I didn't just go out and get something random that, I thought would be cool. I got something that I thought I would love forever. I knew I would love forever, because I have had this in the back of my mind. I've wanted this for a really, really long time. And I've just kind of always wanted this tattoo. So this wasn't a spur of the moment. It was kind of a spur of the moment, the day I did it. But the idea behind the tattoo wasn't random. It was something I've thought about for the last, I'm not even kidding, probably 5 years. So it was one evening in May, and I was still working at my old job, and my coworker came in and was like, "Look what I got last night." And she showed me a tattoo. And I was like, "Wow, that's awesome, yada, yada, yada." And she was like, "I'm kind of thinking about going again tomorrow and getting another one." And I was like, I kind of want to go too, because I really want to get a tattoo. And I feel like if I just kind of do it randomly like that, I'll just, it'll be better. If I planned ahead for it, I know I would chicken out. So this was something that I had to do in the spur of the moment. So I was like, I kind of want to do one too. So she was like, okay. And she's like, "Let's go tomorrow night." And I was like, "Are you sure? Oh my God." And she was like, "Yeah." So we went together, and then our other really good friend came with us as well to get a piercing. So we kind of researched where to go, and I thought of this great tattoo parlor that's not too far from me. I got it done at Wild Bill's in Roseville by Charles. Shout out, Charles, good job. And we didn't make appointments or anything. We just walked right in and told them what we wanted to do. And it actually worked out, because it was a Saturday night, but they were not busy at all. They had no one there. So he asked me what I wanted, and I actually brought in a card. So it's handwriting. So it's my grandma's handwriting. So it's something that she has always written in my cards. Any card she's ever given me, she's written the same thing. I really wanted to get that because if you know me really well, you know that my grandma is my best friend. She's everything to me, and we've just had this really tight bond for a really long time now. And she's just we have the same soul. We just connect on such a different level than I feel I've ever connected with anyone. I just can't explain our relationship. It's just, I'm sure people out there know what I'm talking about, but it's she's my utter soulmate. I can't even explain it. She's just such an amazing person that I can tell her anything. I can go to her for anything, and she just listens, and she doesn't judge me, and she's all around just an amazing woman. And she, holds a really special place in my heart. So I wanted to get something that resembles her. So I thought, wow, her handwriting, that's a really good idea. I decided to do that. So I brought the card with me, and all he did was photocopy it really quick and put it on the paper and put it on my skin. So it was super easy, and I told him where I wanted it because he asked me, and I was like, "It's my first tattoo, but I really think I want it right here above my elbow." And he goes, "Are you sure you want it right there?" And I was like, "Yeah, why?" Like, I don't have a backup spot. Like, that's the place I want it. And he's like, it's gonna hurt really bad. That's a really, really sensitive place. Have you ever pinched yourself right there? And I was like, no, I don't have a backup spot. I don't want to put it anywhere else. And he's like, okay, I'm just warning you. Like, he was super nice about it, but he knew it was my first tattoo, and I think he could see that I was, like, so nervous. But I still did it, so I was like, I want to go first. I want to go first, because my other friend had just gotten a tattoo the day before, so she already, like, knew what it was, and I was like, if I don't go first, I'm going to watch you do it, and I'm going to chicken out. So I have to go first. So she was nice, and she let me go first, and it wasn't that bad, actually. Side note, my parents did not know about this. No one knew about this except for the 2 girls that were with me and my boyfriend. And I think my little sister, I think I texted her and told her that I was doing it, but I might have told her after. I don't remember. I didn't tell anyone because love my parents, but they're really against tattoos, and they just prefer that we never get them because they're on your body forever. They just asked us to not get any tattoos while we lived in the house with them, and I respected their wish, and I've been out of the house for almost, it was about a year at this point when I got the tattoo back in May. I wasn't breaking any of their rules because I didn't live with them anymore, and I know that they still don't really like it, so I kind of felt bad for, like, going against something that they're not a big fan of, but it's something that I really, really want. This isn't just something random, and it means a lot to me. I was sweating, like, profusely. Like, my heart was racing. I was so nervous because I don't do pain. Like, anyone that knows me really well knows that my pain tolerance is a 0. Like, I don't do pain at all. Like, the small, like, a paper cut and I'm, like, dying. He had me, like, lay down in this really weird position because getting a tattoo above your elbow is kind of a weird spot, if you can imagine. So I was, like, laying all, like, awkwardly, like, on my face, and I just, like, put my head in my elbow, and I just kind of was like, okay, like, we're doing this. And he's like, don't move because you're gonna mess it up. And I was like, okay, no pressure. So it's nothing fancy, so I didn't have, like, any shading to deal with or anything, which probably would have been way worse. But I pushed through, and I honestly, like, when I was laying there, I had my hand, like, on I think my shoulder, and I was, like, digging my fingernails into my like, collarbone area just to try and take the edge off. But it honestly wasn't, like, it wasn't that bad. It was more of, like, a scratchy pain. It wasn't like a I need to burst into tears and cry pain. It was just kind of, like, annoying, like, make it stop, but, like, totally doable. So I think, like, down the road, like, other tattoo ideas I have, like, I know I can sit through it. Just depends on where I get it. But if I can handle right above my elbow, I think I'm okay, as long as I, like, don't do my ribs or, like, my feet or something, because I heard those are really bad. The next day was when I was seeing my parents. And I waited till the end of the evening because I didn't want to tell them in the beginning and, like, ruin the day. So I told them in the end of the evening, and we were all sitting around the fire on the deck, and I was like, hey, I have to tell you guys something, but before I tell you, and I, like, gave them this big spiel about, like, how I love them and all this stuff to, like, try and butter them up, which it's true, I didn't lie, but I was like, don't hate me, like, I just want you to know that I respect you guys, so I want to tell you, like, before you guys find out, because I, like, respect you guys, and I don't want you to find out the wrong way and be pissed that I didn't tell you. So I just want to tell you now because the summertime's coming up, and I just won't be able to hide it in the summertime, and so I'm just going to tell you now. And my mom just went silent. She goes, oh my God, you're pregnant. And I was like, no, Mom, can I finish? And she was like, you're pregnant? How could you do this to yourself? Oh my God. And she's, like, freaking out. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm not pregnant. And she's like, what else could it be? And I was like, I got a tattoo. And she was like, no, you didn't. It's like, yeah, I did. And my dad's just, like, silent, like, doesn't know what to say. And then he starts laughing. And I was like, what? And they're like, we don't believe you. There's no way you could sit through that much pain. There's no way. Like, you're lying. And I was like, no, I really did. And my mom's like, what'd you get? And I was like, I got Grandma's handwriting. And they both just like smiled, and I was like, so at least I got something like meaningful. And so I felt like that helped a little bit, but she still didn't believe me. And I was like, do you want me to show you? And she's like, well, you're clearly gonna have to show me because I don't believe you. So I had to pull up my sleeve and show her. I mean, they weren't the happiest. They said that they wish I would have waited a little bit longer, but this is something that I've been wanting for a really long time, and I'm an adult, so I feel like I can make my own decisions, and I'm just glad that they didn't like completely freak out and scream at me. So thank you, Mom and Dad, for not like hating me. Now comes the time when I told my grandma. I texted her on like Monday, and I was like, hey, I need to come see you, like I have to show you something. I pull up and I'm like wearing a dress, but I like purposely wore something over it. And I like get out of the car, and she's like, okay, what do you have to show me? What do you have to show me? And she's like grabbing my hands, and I'm like, okay. And I like take off my sweater, and she was like, what are you doing? And I was like, and I turned around, and she was like, oh, what? And she like had to look at it like a couple times because she was just so shocked. And I was just like, yeah. And she was like, is that real? And I was like, yeah, it's real. I got it on Saturday. And she was like, no way. She was like, I love the font you chose. And I'm like, Grandma, that's your handwriting. And she's like, no, it's not. Shut up. And I was like, yeah, it's your handwriting. I didn't just pick a font. They copied your exact handwriting. And she was like so ecstatic. It just made it like so much better that I got to share that with her, because I know a lot of people like get tattoos for their family members like after they pass, but one, she can't die anytime soon. She's not allowed to. And two, I really wanted to share the experience with her and see her reaction, because I knew she would love it. So this is something that I really wanted to share, because I just like posted a picture of the tattoo, and I never really like obviously it says love you Grammie, so people like understood, but I never really told like the backstory of it and my experience with it. So thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you stay tuned with me and what I have coming up in December. So catch you guys later.